Hello and welcome to the Vegan Corner. We found that curries are very much appreciated by the vegan community, as they make the perfect accompaniment for rice, pasta, bread, and pretty much any other carbs. The recipe we propose today is for some delicious curried vegetables, and it is an easy and rewarding one. This mixture of veggies, it is already incredible on its own, but with the added Indian hint and creamy texture, it will be transformed into something to be proud of. The ingredients needed to prepare this delicacy are listed in the description down below the video. To begin with this Indian-inspired dish, chop the mushrooms into 4 pieces. If using large mushrooms, simply cut them into pieces of your preferred size. Next up is the onion. Dice it to your preferred size, whether that be finely or just leaving the thing whole. Hey, if you have time on your hands, you could even cut the onion into cute little shapes. Your choice. Anyway, we prefer to slice the onion not too finely for this recipe. Dice the carrots to the same size of the other vegetables and move on to the pepper, which should be cored first and then diced. Take the cauliflower florets and cut them into pieces. Don't be too stressed if you can't obtain perfect cubes out of the cauliflower, as this vegetable has a funny internal structure, which makes the task of dicing it nicely virtually impossible. Also, if you feel that any of the vegetables are not of your liking, feel free to substitute it with something you like or simply remove it. Next ingredient to prepare is the ginger. Cut a few thin slices and dice them finely. Do the same with the garlic. Slice it first and then chop it. Now it is time to take care of the chili, which we recommend to cut in slices so that they are easy to remove at the end if you don't want to bite into them. However, if you do like your food as hot as magma, feel free to add as much chili as you desire and to chop it finely. The golden rule with chili is that you can always add, but you can't remove. You have been warned. Did you know that the hottest part of the chili are not the seeds? The internal white membranes are far hotter than the rest of the fruit. You should also know that green chilies are milder than red ones, dried chilies are roughly 3 times hotter than fresh ones, and the point of the fruit is milder than the top, due to a smaller quantity of hot membrane. And now you are a chili expert. Now, I guess we had enough of chopping for today, so let's finally cook something, shall we? Start by placing your preferred pan over medium heat. Tip in some of the coconut milk, the onions, the ginger, the garlic and the chili. Now stir, bring the liquid to a boil and cook until the onions are soft and translucent. The link for our recipe for coconut milk is below the video, together with the ingredient list. Now add the carrots, the peppers and stir. Next on our list of ingredients to throw in is cauliflower, then mushrooms and stir to combine. Now add the peas to the other ingredients and stir again before moving on. It is time to add the spices mixed with some sugar and to stir to incorporate them. The vegetables should soon start to give some of their water due to the sugar you have added, but if they are holding their water, like if it was a precious treasure, let them be and add some more coconut milk. Bring the liquid to a boil, lower the heat to the minimum and cover with the lid. Cook the ingredients for 10 minutes or until the vegetables have the desired crunch. Once the time has elapsed, remove the lid and turn the heat up to medium. Add the remaining coconut milk and also add the flour mixed with some cold water. The worst way to thicken a sauce is to add the dry flour directly to the hot liquid, as this will lead to a lumpy and poorly thickened sauce. Why, you might ask? Because the heated flour turns liquids into gel, but if it is not dispersed properly before the gelling occurs, the flour will clump together, yielding a grainy final sauce. Honestly, you are going to leave this recipe with a degree, and curried vegetables of course. You can't argue with that. Back to the recipe, simply stir and reduce the liquid until it becomes of the desired consistency. Always remember that the sauce will thicken even more when it cools down, so make sure not to over-reduce it. However, if you end up thickening it too much, you can always add a touch of water to thin it down to the right consistency. And here you have the final dish ready to be served. This dish should look appealing to anyone, but in case it doesn't look appetizing to you, just taste it and all of a sudden it will look like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Now get in the kitchen, as it is time to prepare some serious Indian vegan food. Before you move away from this video, would you mind to tell us which kind of dishes you would prefer us to make? Cooked dinners? Refreshing smoothies? Luscious sauces? Your choice, as we love catering to our audience, quite literally. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and please don't leave before giving us a thumbs up and leaving a comment.